dispute be resolved? This is a particular question that a client asked us and we want to know so much about, because this is a very delicate matter that we need to discuss if you bought into a property that has a dispute issue. So you want to watch this video to the end as a dive into this very important discussion, and I'm going to be creating some enlightenment on this particular topic. See you soon. All right, so welcome to today's real estate series, Team Ask Damilola Anything Real Estate, and this is day 16, and we're moving forward, we're progressing. What we do here is answer different questions and give enlightenment, guide, and insight in all of those questions. All right, so this client basically asks us that, can land disputes be resolved? Okay, maybe you bought a land and due to some things, maybe due to your absence or even in your presence, maybe you're around or you're not, and you find out that another person encroached into your land and they took over it, and you saw that the land doesn't belong to you anymore. Of course, it can be surprising, it can be disappointing, or you saw that somebody else is already building on the land you bought. So now I'm going to be telling you the reason for this. Number one reason is omonile issue. Omonile are so dangerous to the fact that they can sell that same land to 2-3 different people. We've had cases, court case of a particular land being sold to 4 different people, and you'll be surprised at what happened, what must have led to it. Omonile can do and undo, so you should be careful for that. Another reason is encroachment. Somebody just coming from anywhere and encroach into your land, believing he's the owner of the land, whereas he's not even the owner of the land. Another one is family disagreements. Maybe one of the family sold the land to you, and that same land is not agreed upon to be sold. All right, so they can disagree to that, and as a result of that, there can be conflicts and disputes, and you won't even be able to do anything on your land. Another reason is government acquisition issue. Okay, so you bought a land and government just come over to take it over from the family. Government sold it to another person. We've had issue of a real estate company that bought a land directly from government, and initially the particular buyer already bought that land from family, and that same land is being sold to another person. So you can see that a lot of things can cause land disputes when it comes to real estate. Okay, so now, what are the steps to resolve this particular issue? And that's what we'll be talking about today. So number one thing is to make sure that in the first place, you already have documents. That is why in our previous video that we've done, we advise that have a survey plan in your name. When you bought a land, make sure that you go ahead and register that survey plan in your own name. I'm going to get to the reason why it is very important to do so. Another one is you have all of your deed of assignment, all of those, either you've changed it to CFO, you go further to do your CFO, have your allocation letter, you have all of your documents complete. So pack all your documents together, invite a lawyer, because sometimes you cannot fight it alone, so you need to bring a lawyer to come into the matter for you. So don't fight it physically. Don't go into fight with family or monile and all of that. Let your lawyer do the negotiation. Let your lawyer come into submitting or sending them a legal letter to call them into attention of what is going on and stating that you are the rightful owner of that property. Now, the next thing you're going to do is to go ahead and verify the rightful owner of that property through registry. Okay, so go ahead and make sure that you find out who is the rightful owner of this property. Am I the rightful owner? Is the person I bought it from truly the rightful owner? That is why it said you have to register the property in your own name. So once your name come up in Alausa or in registry that you are the owner of that land, that shows that you are the legal owner. Then what they want, or ask the person that bought that think he is the owner of the property, what does he want, and if there is any means to settle between the two parties, you come together and do a settlement out of the courts, because at times you don't even need to go to court, but it can lead to the stage whereby you need to take the matter to the courts. So if there is no resolution and if there's no settlement, then court is highly needed. You take the matter to the court. It can take time. But there will be clarity because you have all of your evidence, which are your documents, complete, And that is why I mentioned in my previous video, document every stage of your investment by doing video. We are in the area of social media. At the stage of discussing with the family or the seller, record every detail. Maybe on site, record the video, do a video. Signing stage, do a video. Exchanging of money stage, do a video at every stage, so that these are compilation of evidence that you can use in the court to fight the matter, because sometimes the issue has to go to court for clarity. Land issue can be a kind of aggressive one, and it can be a long-term issue, but I will assure you that don't fight alone. Fight legally if need be. Look for a way for resolution, and at the end of the day, if you have all of your evidence complete, the land will eventually fall into your hand. And I've seen cases whereby people buy same land twice, especially real estate company that have sold a land to clients, and the client doesn't even want to hear any story about the land being taken or not. So the estate company does not have a choice than to rebuy the land from another family, rising to be the actual owner of the land. So these are issues that real estate company cover up for clients. That is why I advise you, don't go through the stress of a monile or whatever. Go through real estate so that they will be responsible for whatever or what will eventually happen, which of course nothing will happen, because they will make sure they resolve the matter and you have your land, and at worst you have reallocation. All right, so these are what happen when there is a dispute on the land. And hope you got value from today's video. We come again tomorrow to have a great time as usual. See you. Bye.